Hello everybody, Bailey Dogs here. Now, I wanted to tell you guys the full timeline for Five Nights at Bailey's. I got both books here, and this is the timeline that I've made so far. I even got the prototype game pulled up. So, let's start. And also it says don't read secret, but I'm sharing it with you guys, just my viewers. So real quick, I'm gonna show you guys the games. We hit new game. Remember, it's a prototype, it's not gonna be that good. And then 12 a.m. night one, we got the mask and the little toxic bar. And we got cameras that don't work, because it's just a prototype. I didn't feel like adding that. And I didn't add animatronics either, but enough about that. Let's get into the lore. So, yeah. 5 Nights at Bailey's lore book, also known as Fnab. And we got, I'm gonna read this. And, yeah. So, you guys can just look at the picture. It's 1915. The time isn't supposed to make sense. Wait, I can't say this. And I'll just call it the owner, because it says my full name. The owner opened a brand new taco place called Bailey's Burgers and Tacos. He knew for sure it would be a success, so he built a bunch of animatronics, 3 to be exact. Bailey, duh. It's 5 Nights at Bailey's. Oakley, Bella. Bailey he made last. Why? He was the most complex. He would be able to do more than the other animatronics. The other animatronics weren't that complex, as they would just turn back and forth. But Bailey, he could wave. This was insane for what year it was. He was done. 2 years later, business was booming, except for one thing. The animatronics smell like a dying animal and are not put together correctly. A weird liquid is coming from the cracks of the arms and legs. The owner had to get to the bottom of this.
Hey, was this hoodie dirty?
Had to get to the bottom of this. Soon they started going bankrupt. A week later, he found out what happened. A man had killed 4 kids and stuffed them into suits, but there was only 3 animatronics, so he put the last kid in the prototype Bailey suit, resulting in blood going everywhere because it was a spring-lock suit. So the owner called 911, and the bodies were buried in a graveyard. Except there was barely anything left of them, but what was left of them was either put into a jar as ashes or buried, because some of them were full. But the man was arrested, and that weird liquid was blood. In mid-1918, like I said, the years aren't actually going to make sense. The man escaped prison and hid in the back alley of Bailey's for days. But when the owner found him, he was not happy at all. He grabbed him and threw him into an old suit as revenge. It was the prototype prototype Oakley suit. Blood went everywhere. The spring locks got set off. He purposely put water on it. In 1920, Bailey's was burnt to the ground without the animatronics in it. A week later, the animatronics were destroyed mostly. In 1922, Bailey's Burgers and Tacos was remade with more complex animatronics with the same cast of characters. The old ones were kept in the back room. Oh yeah, and there's the picture for the dead kids page, and there's the picture for the remake of the Craft. I'm gonna read book 2 in a different video because it's like really long. Or actually, I might read it. I might not ever read it though. Toy Bailey was done. In 1924, a little kid's head was bit off by Toy Oakley, leading to the place shutting down when it was only open for 2 weeks. I think. Wait a minute. It was only open for 2 years, I mean. The owner was furious. He burnt the animatronics to a crisp. In 2022, the whole Bailey thing was just a myth. Where am I? Wait 1 minute, y'all. It was just a myth. And the owner's son made a horror attraction about the murders. But weird things started to happen. In 2023, there was one of the animatronics was found, the prototype Oakley, now with the man dead inside. In 2025, the animatronic reeked so bad they cut it open because it was made out of fabric, and blood was everywhere because it was the dead body of the man. News flash, or breaking news. Bailey's horror attraction is burnt to the ground. Why? We still don't know. More on tonight's news. And then it's Bailey. The end. The end of chapter 1. Chapter 2 soon. Book 2 soon. Fnab lore book. Prototype image for book. Wow. I'm gonna read this one in this, I guess. I'm bored. Where's the I? Okay. In 2027, it was over, finally. At least they thought. I'm just gonna put the camera down. At least they thought. But some 13-year-olds broke into the old place. Bailey and Bella were gone, but staring at them was the furious, bloodthirsty Oakley. But he looks different. This time, sharp teeth, long arms, and long, sharp claws, bloody hands, broken down. And here's the picture. I can't show you the whole thing because I don't want you to see the words. Because I'm like replacing some of the words that are like things that I made my name. So they were killed. Because they made it to the door, but it was jammed, which led to Oakley ripping their heads off brutally and putting them on stakes and shoving them in the ground. Where is that? 1 minute. Oakley was always the weird one in the band, but they never thought he would be this weird. The police found them while investigating the original murders from the place with the dead guy. The place got absolutely demolished and never got seen again. But in the shadows still lurked Bailey. One day camera keeps falling. One day in June 15th, 2025, some brothers, 3 of them, were walking in the woods. Bailey ran up to the kids and loudly screeched, ripped them apart. The next morning, the mom and dad got worried. They came to the woods and were traumatized to see blood, organs, skin, eyeballs, and other things all over the ground. the mom threw up. Bailey watched in the shadows, grinning at them. Bailey's was forgotten, and it was all over. No more murders, no more monsters. But there's one thing they forgot. In the shadows was Bella. Book 3 soon. Concept maybe used. Book 3 is coming in like 2 months. Bye.